Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How are you all doing today? Happy 20th day of Ramadan. Congratulations on successfully completing 20 days of Ramadan. The second Ashura is completed today, and we are moving on to the final 10 days of Ramadan. I hope and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we can make the most out of these last 10 days we have coming up, inshallah. And may Allah accept our du'as and ibadahs and every little effort we are making towards coming close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ameen. Ya Rabbil Alameen. Alright, for today, I will, I'm still on Surah Al-Araf, and these are so many amazing ayat, and I don't know which one to pick, really. So I've picked a few, but before that, I will kind of summarize the surah for you guys, because it's so amazing and interesting that I want you guys to go ahead and read the surah on your own and understand what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sharing with us in this surah. So, like we started the surah with a beautiful ayah of tests and trials, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shares a very interesting conversation between the people of Jannah and the people of Hellfire. Then there is an amazing story about how some people were punished and were made into apes. Then the best story of this whole surah, which kind of really inspires me, is the story of the magicians at the time of the Fir'aun, and the group of magicians who came to compete with Prophet Musa alayhi salam, and they realized the truth and they chose the truth and stayed firm on it, and chose the life of death, the painful death, over what Fir'aun had to offer them, because they realized that sooner or later they have to die. They might as well die as believers. So that is the best story of this surah. And another story that's mentioned from the time of Musa alayhi salam was when the group of when his followers, the Bani Israel, he saved them from Fir'aun. They actually asked him to make an idol for them, because they were just inspired by another group of people they saw in the desert who were having this amazing festival, and it was all very extravagant and fun, looked very exciting. So that kind of put that into their hearts that why don't we have an idol which we can actually see. And I'll leave the rest for you guys. How did it end, and what was the reply or response of Musa alayhi salam to his nation. Then there's a story about Prophet Saleh, the people of Samud, and then the story there is a mention of Shu'aib alayhi salam, and then the mention of Lut alayhi salam. So there are many beautiful stories in this surah. So go ahead, guys, and read it on your own. And I assure you, I promise you, that you are not going to leave without gaining a whole amount of knowledge and wisdom from this surah. This is a very beautiful, very amazing surah, inshallah. So go ahead and read this surah. Alright, for today's ayahs, I have picked ayah number 198 and 199 from Surah Al-A'raf. And these ayahs goes is أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإن تدعوهم إلى الهدى لا يسمعوا وتراهم ينظرون إليك وهم لا يبصرون خذ العفو وأمر بالمعروف وأعرض عن الجاهلين. Allah says, and if you invite them to guidance, they do not hear, and you see them looking at you while they do not see. And take what is given freely, enjoin what is good, and turn away from the ignorant. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the end of this surah is, because this surah is full of multiple stories and events and examples of people seeing miracles and yet not believing. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that to these people, it really doesn't matter when you invite them towards guidance, they act as if they cannot even hear. So they look at you with blank eyes, blank faces, because their intention is not to believe. And that's the reason they are not guided. Then Allah says, take whatever is given freely. Allah says, take whatever is given freely, as in guidance and knowledge, wisdom, and enjoin what is good, enjoin people with good, and command good, and then turn away from ignorant. Anything you see that is not benefiting your deen and dunya, just turn away from it. Sometimes we kind of want to get involved in some things in the effort of fixing things, but oftentimes it's better to stay away from them. So inshallah, keeping this this advice in mind from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, try to stay away from matters which are not helping you in this dunya and akhirah. So these are the two ayat I wanted to share. Very beautiful ending of this surah. There are a few more, but I would leave it to you guys to go ahead and read it. And there is one beautiful dua, and that's ayah number 151. This dua is when you make dua for yourself and your brothers. So go ahead and check that out, ayah 151, and make this dua. Remember me in your prayers in the last 10 days, and inshallah all the rest of the ummah, and our brothers and sisters all over the world, inshallah. So may Allah help you gain the best from these last 10 days, inshallah. Take care of yourself, guys. Make sure you're going to go and read the rest of the surah and gain those pearls of wisdom that are all over this surah. Inshallah, it's going to be life-changing for all of you, inshallah. So go ahead and check the surah out in much more details. May Allah give you the guidance through it, and may Allah help you change and transform your life, inshallah. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. With that beautiful message of the Surah Al-A'raf, I'll let you guys go. Have a very blessed rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you when I'll see you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.